Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to explain to you guys how we're able to catch this trade on US30. It was a very simple trade, and you can see it was in my community and everybody made profit. But before we get into today's video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like. That's how we're going to do it here. So let's get straight into business, guys. Let's get straight into business. And you can look into my description below. You can join my community, and you can also use my recommended broker. So now let's dive straight into the chart, right? So before I analyze US30, I first go into the international business CNBC, right? CNBC, and what do I look at? I look at this. You understand? This is what I look at anytime I'm trading US30. I look at this. You can see you have S&P 500 and Nasdaq, but I'm not trading that. I'm trading this. You understand? So this is the US30. And what can you see? You can see it's red, right? When it's red and it's pointing downwards, what is it trying to tell us? It's trying to tell us what US30 is bearish. You understand? You can also see here too. You can see this is green and is pointing upwards. Means what this particular index or pair is what bullish. You understand? So why is this US30? Let me just tap on it to show you guys. You can see Dow Jones, and that's the US30. You understand? Good. So that's why I say that's the US30. And you can see it's bearish, indicating downwards and indicating red. You understand? So that means US30 is bearish. So we'll be looking for more of sales in the chart anytime we open US30. But trust me, guys, you can't only use this as a reason why we want to take sales or we want to take buy on a particular pair or US30 or S&P 500. You have to add other things, right? And we are going to dive into it as we go on. So after finding this, then I open the chart, guys. So what can you see in the chart? Turn on my annotation. You can see US30 is what? You can see US30 is actually bearish already. You can see it's moving downwards. US30 is bearish. We are looking for more sales. That's how we're able to get that sell on US30. Good. So let me open the chart. Let me show you guys something real quick. What pattern can you see here? What pattern can you guys see here? What pattern can you see here? Can you just drop it in the comment section? What pattern can you see? You can see an M pattern. You can see an M pattern here. You can see that M pattern. What does an M pattern tells you? It tells you what price is bearish. And the W tells you what price is going to be bullish, right? So we already had this M pattern or this equal high, and we had a trade here the last time, right? We had a trade here, and this was when we actually had this particular trade. Good. So in the 4 hour time frame, what did I see in the 4 hour time frame? You can see I got a very solid level here in the 4 hour time frame. Let me just use this side. You can see I had a very solid level here. Hold on, my notation is always delaying me, guys. Okay, good. So you can see we had a very nice level here in the 4 hour time frame. You can see how nice this level is. You can see why is it a level, or why is it a level I was interested in, because anytime price gets to this level, you can see how hard it was for it to break that level. Finally broke, came to retest. You can see the massive sell, came to touch it again. You can see the massive sell again. We got the break. You can see the retest here. You can see the massive buy. We got another touch here again. You can see how price move upwards. You can see, so now we got a break here. So anytime you get a break on a level, what do you look for? You are looking for a retest. So that's when we call something a break and a retest. So we had a break here, and I knew we are going to get our retest, and you can sell. But you can see we're in the higher time frame or in the 4 hour time frame, so you can't really see the retest very well. So after finding the level in the 4 hour time frame, what did I do? Let's go into the 1 hour time frame. Let me show you guys something. You can see the retest here now. You can see the retest here. You can see the retest here, right? Good. But we actually entered in the 50-minute time frame. Good. Because in the 50-minute time frame, you can get the actual or what you're actually looking at. Now let me show you. Still waiting for our annotation. Good. So the level we found in the 4 hour time frame, you can see the break, you can see the retest on the level, and you can see there was a nice sell. But let's move into the chart so you guys can have a vivid look at what we actually find. All right, guys, so welcome to the chart, guys. Welcome to the chart. Okay, so let's move. So you can see Actually, when I started this, or when I started analyzing, I first went into what the 4 hour time frame, guys. I went into the 4 hour time frame. Now let me show you guys the M pattern very well. I want you guys to see the M pattern very well. So you can see we have a nice M pattern at this level. You can see we have an M pattern here. You can see the M pattern here, right? You can see the M pattern here. Good. So the M pattern, the equal highs, what it shows us that what price wants to what wants to sell. You understand? And we actually had a very nice level at this point. We got a trade at this level one time. You can see, yeah, we had it in the lower time frame, but I had this. You can see this level, right? You guys remember this level? Yes. And what did you get? You got price breaking the level, retesting in the lower time frame, and you got a nice sell there. Good. And that was the same thing we actually did today too, that we were able to get this particular trade. Good. Let me show you guys how I was able to get that level. Understand? Finding key points or key levels in the market is very easy. Or finding it in the on the chart is very easy. I know most of you find it very difficult. Good. So now this was the level I got. This was the level I got. You can see this is a very nice level. You can see anytime price gets to this level, anytime you're finding key levels, you're just finding levels where anytime price got to, price was finding it very difficult to break, or anytime price broke that level, it came back to retest that level. You understand? So you can see here, price was finding it very difficult to break. You can see the SMCO will call this liquidity, right? You can see when price go to this level, you can see how massive is sold. Mind you, you're in the 4 hour time frame. So anytime you see a movement, this is not a very small movement. This is a lot of movement, guys. So you had a break, we got price retesting on the level. He came back to touch the level again. He came back to touch the level again. So at this particular point, he's trying to tell you that price was finding it very difficult to break the level. Now, finally, we got what? We got a break here. Let me show you guys. Finally, we got a break here. Then what did we get? We got price retesting the level again, and you can see that. Good. You can see price came back to the level again, and you can see the sell. And we got price what breaking that level again. You can see we got price breaking the level, coming to retest and what buying. Good. And what did you get again? Because we got price coming back down to the level. We got price coming back to the level, then what buying again. You can see, so you can see the reason why I took this particular level. So anytime you open your chart, okay, you want to find support, you want to find resistance, you want to find supply, you want to find demand, you want to find all these kind of things. You just look for the level or point of interest. You just look for the levels that you see. Anytime price gets to that level, it just keeps consolidating, or when it breaks, it just doesn't break. It comes back to retest on the level and it gives a solid move. You understand? That's how I can explain this support and resistance thing to you. Let's say you don't even understand what support, whether you bound a support, you saw on a resistance. Just knowing this will actually help you guys a lot. Trust me, it's going to help you guys a lot. So you can see I got this level. And what did we get here? We got price breaking this level. That price was finding very difficult. We got price breaking the level again. And anytime price breaks the level, you don't just enter in. You wait for what? The retest. You wait for a retest, guys. You always wait for the retest. You wait for price to come back to that level and what? Move in the direction you're looking at. So you can see we got the break here, but you can't see the retest. Good. You can't see the retest. Why can't you see the retest? Because we are in the what? We are in the higher time frame. Understand? So finding the level in a higher time frame, then we went to what? You can see we went to the 1 hour time frame, so I can actually see the retest. Good. Now you can see the retest very well. Let me just mark it out for you guys. You can see we got price breaking the level, we got price retesting on the level. You can see price came back to the level again, and you can see the bearish movement. Good. But I actually entered in the 15-minute time frame, guys. All right, guys, so you can see in the 15-minute time frame, can see you can get the break and the retest. We got the break here. You can see we got the retest here. You can see that was when we had the sell, guys. It was a very simple thing, right? It was a very simple one. So let me just take this one off so you guys can see where I place my SL. Okay, good. Now you can see I place my SL a little bit above this line. You can see I might take profit. You can see my take profit was a 1:2. Let me indicate it very well. 1:2. Good. You can see risk to reward ratio here. Risk to reward ratio is very important. You understand? If I have a 1:2 risk to reward, it means if I'm trying to risk, or if I'm risking $50, 1:2 means if it hits my take profit, I'm going to be making what? $100. Why? Because I'm risking $50. So if it hits my SL, I'm going to be losing what? $50. But if it hits my take profit, I'm going to be making what? $100. So 1:3, the same thing. If I'm risking $50, a 1:3 trade, it means I'm going to make times 3 of what I'm risking. That's it. So that's the use of the risk to reward. You really need the risk to reward. And not forgetting, anytime I'm analyzing US30, I go into the international CNBC and I come to look at this. You understand? This is the US30. And you can see it's bearish, pointing downwards, and it's red, and it's actually telling me what US30, or they are bulls, they are bears, or US30 wants to move bearish, guys. So this was a very simple analysis that you can actually learn how to. You can see this is a pure technical analysis. And you can see most of the people, or almost everyone, made profits from this trade, guys. It's as simple as that. And anytime I'm dropping trades in my Telegram, I make sure I put the outlook there and before I put the signal. Then when it hits full take profit, I also put the outlook there so people can be learning from the outlook. I don't just drop signals and you don't know how I got them. I actually put outlook there so you can also watch the outlook. And if you don't go with me, you can just take your trade, or maybe I found a level that you didn't see. You can just mark that level. We are just all trying to grow together. That's how we do it in the Coffee Effect. So if you want to join my academy, or you want to join my community, just go in the description box below. Just tap on the link below. If you want my recommended broker too, you just tap on the link below, and that's it. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and comment, guys. Comment on what you want me to teach you guys next, and we are going to do that. See you guys in my next video, and it's peace out. Bye.